You are listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, a show by personal trainers for personal trainers. It's time to become a better trainer, get more clients, and change more lives. And now, here's your host, the head coach and founder of Fitness Mentors, Eddie Lester.
Hey guys, welcome to Fitness Mentors Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, episode number 28. I'm extremely excited to have you guys here today because we are going to be talking about the personal training sales process. Specifically, I titled this episode, Listen and Increase Your Sales. And I wanted to get into this because it's very, sales and personal training are typically something that people that get into the personal training industry don't often have a ton of sales experience, which oftentimes leads to be a major hindrance towards success as a personal trainer. So, as at Fitness Mentors, over the last 8 or so years, it's been kind of my goal to bridge that gap around, or basically utilizing the passion of the people getting into the industry as a personal trainer and becoming a personal trainer, but then also assisting them in moving towards becoming a, we'll say, proficient salesman, because you can be the best personal trainer in the entire world and have all the passion and want to help people, but if you can't get a sale, it's going to really, really affect your ability to succeed as a personal trainer. So with that in mind, specifically when we think about listening, this is a huge mistake that I see a lot of personal trainers do. And I really highlight this in my book, Business and Sales, The Guide to Success as a Personal Trainer. But the main thing that I see personal trainers do is they try to describe what their packages include in front of the salesperson, in front of the potential client. And this really sets off this sort of tone around, what is the client actually coming in for? And that describing what's in your packages, while it might be necessary in some situations, to the client oftentimes really isn't that important. And you may see like, oh, well, don't they want to know everything that I do and how I help them get towards their goals? Oftentimes, guys, it's more about just being there to listen to them and then let them know that you're the person that's going to get them to their goals, regardless of what that actually looks like in your packages. And this may seem, kind of outlandish because it's like, when I go to buy something, I really want to know the specs around, or let's say I go to buy a computer, I want to know the speed of the computer, the specs, X, Y, and Z. But oftentimes when you're in the sales room, let's say I'm selling a computer and somebody comes up to me and says, oh, I got a new job and I want a computer because I have this new job. The bad salesman, and I don't want to say bad, but the salesman that might lose the interest of the customer very quickly is the one that goes, oh, well, let me tell you about the specs of this computer. Or, oh, if you want to compare to the specs of this computer, check this out. And this computer person who is passionate about computers, very passionate, and knows every single spec about the computer, starts going on a rant about the CPUs and the RAM and the hard drive and all the in-depth details that they don't even know what the person's going to be doing with this particular computer. So when I say listen and increase your sales, what I'm saying is don't be the guy or the computer salesman that starts spitting out information about each computer and all the parameters around what it does and the speed and that sort of stuff. Be the person that says, and this is a great sales tactic, is say, what are you going to use the computer for? Or in personal training, it's really like, what do you want to achieve with any sort of fitness goal? And it doesn't even have to be around, no client's ever going to be like, I want to lose 3% body fat. Most often they're just going to be like, well, I gained about 20 pounds and I want to, feel more confident in myself and get back to maybe being able to wear a bikini at the beach again and feel confident. Okay. If you start each sales situation asking a ton of questions, you're going to be a lot more prepared to sell someone to something that they're interested in. So going back to my computer salesman reference, if the guy said, hey, what are you going to be using this computer for? And I say, oh, well, I am a graphic designer, and I just got hired at a new agency, and I'm going to be creating, we'll say, flyers and digital media to put on the company's website and advertisements. Okay, so this salesman just asked the person, and they gave him a great answer around, oh, you're a graphic designer. So right there, all of a sudden, that computer guy or the computer salesman thinks in his mind, ooh, okay, I have a computer that's for someone with more graphic design specialties. Like maybe they care about better screen resolution. But if they start talking about screen resolution without knowing why they need to talk about screen resolution, because they don't know what actually matters to the client, you're gonna lose this person in the sales process. Because I'm sure you've been in a sales situation, and someone just starts talking all about themselves or what they sell or the product that they're selling, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like this is just exhausting. On a used car lot, I walk up and I say, oh, I'm looking for a car, probably trucks, and without even asking me any question, this was me, like my first car buying experience, I say, oh, I'm looking for trucks. The guy goes and shows me every truck that he has and starts talking about the specs of each truck without even asking me a question about what are you going to use the truck for, what color do you want, what interior do you want, do you have any needs around the truck bed or whether it's four-wheel drive. There's so much that you can learn about a person that creates the sales environment to be very comfortable and trustworthy. In my book, I talk a lot about being trustworthy and building trust to get the sale. The best way to do that is to listen. But in order to listen effectively, you have to be asking the right questions. So when we think about the personal trainer and what questions you want to ask, now you probably have some already, and you may even see in a few of our blogs and in our CPT curriculum, and especially in our COPT curriculum, and our online personal trainer curriculum, that in which it is pretty sales intensive to get online training clients, you may see that we have a list of a ton of power questions that are going to set you up for success, as well as scripts and all that good stuff. And you may have a few power questions yourself. But what is so important is being able to adapt the type of question to the previous answer. And without getting too crazy into the weeds around this, it's basically somebody comes to you, their main objective, you ask them what they want to do. And not only about what do you want to do in fitness, but how is this commitment to fitness going to affect your life? Like when we think of being a human and becoming a trustworthy salesman, are you getting to know someone on a level that you can truly address their needs because you know exactly what they want? That's a super, super important question when you think about the personal training sales process, is being able to actually find out who the person is and listen by asking questions, find out what they want to achieve in the gym and outside of the gym, even more importantly, because usually when they come in to achieve a fitness goal, it's not so that they can come back to the gym, or so that they can get that 30% body fat. Being in the gym leads to an experience outside of the gym, and you want to find out what that is. Because as soon as you know that this person wants to come in and lose 10 pounds because their girlfriend just broke up with them and they want six-pack abs at the beach because they're looking to, be as sexy as possible on the beach, something like that, that's a whole different perspective around the sale than someone that's coming in and saying they want to lose 10 pounds because their mom was recently diagnosed pre-diabetic and they didn't want to go, or we'll say achieve the same result as her. So there's emotion. Emotion plays a ton into the sales process. And whenever I am on the phone with a student, or whenever I'm on the phone with someone that's interested in one of our courses, my main thing is, look, I want to help you. I want to help this person achieve a result that's going to lead to something beneficial. So the other day I was on a call with a mom, and this mom was a new mom, and she was realizing that her gym had been closed for 4 months, and she had about a 6-8 month old that she wasn't able to provide income with. And I asked her all these questions about, like what are you looking to do with our certified online personal trainer course? Because that's what she was inquiring about. And what really matters to this person was evident by me asking questions and getting to know her. Because she was at a point in which she was struggling to earn income to provide for her family. And the feeling of that is so important to the sales process. And when it comes down to it, what's more important for me? Describing what's included in the COPT course, in our online personal trainer course, or finding out what she needs help with in becoming an online personal trainer and starting a successful online personal training business. And then when I find out what she wants to be, or what she needs help with, show how our course meets those needs. And in my book, I talk a ton about sell to the client's wants and needs. And the way that you find out what a client wants is by asking them questions and not just being like, hey, what do you want? What do you need? No, talk to them, get to know them, be a human. Really take your expertise in the field and apply it to what can I do to help you? When they tell you how you can help them, that's when you start selling exactly how you can help them, because they told you what they want and what they need. The simplest example in my book, which I don't know why this makes me laugh, but I give an example of a person comes in, maybe they're looking for personal training, maybe they're not, and they say, Eddie, I really want tacos. And the interesting thing is, what does the personal trainer turn around and say is, well, that's very interesting because I'm selling tacos. And to be more literal, it's, someone comes in and they say, I love TRX. And although that's not my preferred method of training, I've trained people with TRX and that sort of thing. What do I sell her on? And what do I tell her is that, I have some great TRX workouts that you are going to love. And then ask about her experience, why she likes TRX, if she's done it a ton in the past, if she owns her own TRX. There's so many elements around people coming to you that it's so important to always just ask questions, get to know them, and respond in a way that aligns with providing them the help that they want in the way that they want it, and then getting them to their goal in the way that they see they would like to do it. Because when you can do that, that's when you're going to be an effective salesman. So, how can you guys practice this? This is something important. The next time you're going to talk to someone, whether it be in a restaurant or at a social event, and somebody asks you about personal training, and even this someone may not be interested in your services, take the time to get to know this person. And we often see it, and honestly, in a society that's so, we'll say, online, social networking, social media aspects, which is this is why I actually get into how to be an effective social media client getter, how to get clients on social media, which we actually have a Facebook course directly targeting that under our online trainer cert menu heading. But when you're in front of this person in this social event, start asking them questions. Get to know who they are. But then more importantly, what people want to talk about are the things that they love. So find out what this person loves and ask them about, their future around how they're going to continue doing what they love, or what's in the works for around their new career, their new job that they started. What are they passionate about? That's where real human connection begins to build. And if you can do this to a friend or in a social environment in which you just meet someone, that's where the sale truly becomes easy. Even if you're not trying to sell someone, just asking them questions, getting to know them, asking them questions about their responses, and really just getting deep with people, really that's what creates a sale. And while you may not have a ton of time right in front of someone while you're personal training, or while they're coming in for their free assessment, take the time to get through that experience and create an emotional trust between each other that can then lead to a successful relationship and a successful sale. So moving into how do you apply this to the online world, because I know a lot of you guys are trying to become online trainers out there. What can you do on social media that does the same thing as if you were right in front of someone at a social event? When somebody posts a passionate post about a subject that they are excited about, and let's say they happen to fall in your niche of business professionals that aren't married yet and still looking to succeed in their careers, maybe, females or males, whatever it may be, and they post something passionate that they're really interested in and want to put out on social media, get in there, comment on it, and ask another question. Start a conversation. That's where your, we'll say, rapport building that leads to sales occurs. Let's say you're passionate about something, about helping your niche in fitness. Post something around how someone in your niche has worked through having no time and still trying to stay healthy. Ask if anyone, or if anyone's tried anything that they've been super successful at. When the comments come in, start a conversation with every single one or every single person that posts. Social media, what Facebook and Instagram want, and I've said this in previous podcasts, is for people to start conversations that ensure that those conversations stay on their social network, and therefore more people spend time communicating through their social network in which they can sell them ads. All of the algorithms want people on their platform so that they can sell them ads. When you're on this platform and you're starting conversations that keep people engaged and coming back to that social platform, Facebook, Instagram, social media sites are going to recognize that, and they're going to show more of your posts to more people. Algorithms change, but what is the major focus for those networks? You have to know it's to keep people on their platforms, to keep people on those social networks. So what do you need to do on social media to get clients is the exact same thing you do in person in a social event. Ask someone a question, continue that conversation, respond to their answer with another question, build rapport, and then when we start to think about the sales process and leading this into how they can be a personal trainer, is start to ask them, have they ever thought about the passion for X, Y, and Z, and how fitness and health can affect that. Depending on what your clients are talking about, depending on what your clients are interested in, depending on their wants and needs for their life in general, you can get a really good idea of if someone's going to be a good fit for becoming a client. And once you have their trust, it's going to be very easy for you to transition them into a customer. Because the sales process is about getting to know people, being human, being likable. And really, guys, if you can truly listen after asking those questions and respond, ask another question, and listen, you are going to significantly increase your ability to sell. All right, guys, thanks for listening to this podcast. A few updates. I meant to mention this in the beginning of this podcast, but our baby turned 1 month old just the other day. It's been awesome. His name's Reese Morgan Lester. And really excited to have him. I've been a little busy being a dad, so I haven't been able to do as many podcasts. But as of now, we got a nice setup. He's sleeping through the night. I'm going to be get right back in the saddle, giving you guys amazing content through these podcasts. We're also growing our team significantly. It's really a time in which I believe fitness mentors can help more people. And we're bringing in the best minds. For instance, we brought on Mark Aquino one of the best educators for NASM and ACE and ISSA, and also he's a fitness mentor certified as well. He's going to be assisting everyone with passing those exams, as well as just really being there to answer questions. He's awesome on social media, totally gets it, starts great conversations, as well as really helps a lot of people through social media with questions on NASM and ACE. I'll throw a link to our Facebook group in which he's consistently answering questions for all of our education courses, or all of our courses. And also, yeah, just wanted to thank you guys so much for always being here with me. I love to get deep, and I feel like sales is somewhere that everyone can always improve upon. And just utilizing that tip, I feel, is gonna really help a lot of you out there. So definitely, guys, if you want to learn more about the sales and getting clients on social media, under our online trainer cert, there's our Facebook marketing course. It's basically how to get 5 to 10 new clients on social media every single month. It's really for online personal trainers and in-person personal trainers, because you can both use social media to get clients right away. That is an awesome course to check out. If you guys also want to learn a bit more about sales, we have our Business and Sales CEU course, in which I highlight hundreds of topics exactly like what we just talked about. And then for those of you really looking to combine sales with online training and that Facebook marketing, our Certified Online Personal Trainer course is always there for you to not only get the credential to be or basically the credential for an online personal trainer, certified online personal trainer that will hold weight for you and your clients, but also to learn about the ins and outs of what do I do to start, what do I do to get clients, how do I train clients, what are the best practices for communication and getting our clients to our goals, how do we do assessments, all that stuff is going to be covered in that course. And I'm just really excited to be back behind the camera teaching, and hope that you guys got a lot of benefit from this. So once again, thanks so much for checking out podcast number 28, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.
As always, thanks for listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast. You can learn more about fitness mentors at fitnessmentors.com. Be sure to share this podcast on social media. And remember, we are here to help you succeed.